Hi friends, today we are going to deal with a topic, brachial plexus. So this topic is for 20 mark questions from paper first. With the brachial plexus we are covering 4 to 5 10 mark questions also. Knowledge of the brachial plexus and then the continuous knowledge of the nerves which are originating from the brachial plexus like radial nerve, ulnar nerve, median nerve, musculocutaneous nerve and axillary nerve. The knowledge of brachial plexus will help to complete all these nerves near about 40%, and the remaining 60% part is the course of those nerves further to the brachial plexus. So this videos, I mean to say the series of 3 or 4 videos will complete all these. So proceeding with the brachial plexus, we know it is a plexus for upper limb. It is a plexus for upper limb, and this plexus is derived from the cervical region, C5 to C8 and T1. C5 to C8 from cervical region and T1 from the thoracic region are the root originating positions of the brachial plexus. Now, if we are going to understand what exactly it is, we can take an example of one company. In that company, there is one boss who is the chief of company. He is a strict person and little arrogant person. Under the boss, there are 2 assistants and 2 servants. Boss is there, 2 assistants are exerting for the boss and 2 servants are also working for the boss. But boss is not responding to anyone. He is remaining in his own style. Now what happened? The frustrated servants and the frustrated assistants, they decided to make a unity. They are planning that if we are going to make a unity among we, definitely we can down the boss. So these 2 assistants, they make a unity. Who are the assistants? C5 and C6 are the assistants. Who is the boss? C7 is the boss. And who are the peons? C8 and T1 are the peons. Now these assistants, they make a unity and now they are running with each other. Now these peons, they observe, oh no, it is good funda. So peons are also planned to make a unity. This unity of the assistants, little that leads to cause little thinking in the mind of boss, and now boss is thinking that oh no, they both are gathered. Now we should do something, and now boss is sending a hand of warm welcome to the assistants. And now if boss is sending the hand of warm welcome, assistants also decided to have a hello to the boss. This is what the upper portion, what we are getting in the brachial plexus. The same thing happened in the lower portions. The peons, they send again the hand to the boss, and in this way you can remember how the brachial plexus is formed. Now the persons in the same company who are scattered, now they get gathered together. They are decided to work together, and this working together produce one thing, one code. This produce one code, and they are working together. This is one thing, and both means your assistants and peon, they are also working individually. So working individually is one path, working together with boss is another path, and working individually means the peons, they are also working individually. So these are the 3 paths, and all these, they are gathering and they are creating a brachial plexus. Now if you are drawing the your diagram of the brachial plexus in this way, like put a boss there, C7, put two assistant there, C5 and C6, put two peons there, C8 and T1, and now draw the story and you can complete the drawing of brachial plexus. Once you are final with the drawing of brachial plexus, then it will become very easy for you to write down in detail the brachial plexus. One more thing, the anterior part of the brachial plexus is concerned with the flexor. Anterior part is concerned with the flexor, whereas posterior part of the brachial plexus is concerned with the extensor. It is you can remember, this is a general rule. Now with this story we can put the brachial plexus in a proper way. We are knowing brachial plexus is made up of, for that there is sentence, remember to drink cold beer. So brachial plexus is made up of R for roots, to T for trunks, remember to D for divisions, your cold C for chords, and lastly B for the branches. So brachial plexus is made up of all these five. Now in our story, who are the roots? Two peons, two assistant and one boss. These are the roots. Then they gather and they form, remember to, they form trunks, and those are the three trunks. One trunk is formed by two assistants, that is upper trunk. Second trunk is formed by only boss, that is middle trunk. And third, that is a lower trunk, which is formed by two peons. Gathering of two peons form lower trunk, gathering of two assistant forms upper trunk, and the single running of the boss forms the middle trunk. Now here what happened? Now the hand of welcome and all these, this hand of welcome leads to produce further parts of the brachial plexus. Now all three, two peons, one boss and two assistants, all three they are giving hand of welcome to each other. Assistants are giving hand of welcome to boss. There are two hands. One hand of welcome is given to the boss and second hand is straight. In the same sense, boss has two hands. One hand of welcome is given to the assistant and second is straight. In the same sense, your peons are also having two hands. One hand is hand of welcome and second is straight. So among these two, there is one anterior division and there is one posterior division. Means remember roots, two for trunks, and now each trunk gives two divisions. One is anterior division and one is posterior division. And just talked that anterior division is concerned with the flexor and the posterior division is concerned with the extensor. Now these divisions, and lastly what happened in the brachial plexus? Lastly in the brachial plexus, the hands which are free with the assistant and with the peon, they are running and now they cooperate. Now they make a friendship and that leads to cause one nerve. So these are the divisions. Remember to drink. C for chords, and these divisions they produce a chord. They produce three chords, and those three chords are remember to drink. They are producing the chords. Divisions are producing the chords, and those three chords are, one is medial chord, one is lateral chord, and third one is posterior chord. What the names are? All these three names are the relation of chords with the axillary artery. The chord which is posterior to the axillary artery, it is called as posterior chord. The chord which is medial to the axillary artery is called as medial chord, whereas the chord which is lateral to the axillary artery, it is called as lateral chord. Now these chords, they are finally terminated into 5 branches, and those 5 branches are 5 nerves. Which are those? Number 1, musculocutaneous. Number 2, axillary. Number 3, radial. Number 4, medial, and number 5th, ulnar. For this also there is one word, marmu. M-A-R-M-U. M stand for musculocutaneous, A stand for axillary, M-A-R. R stand for radial, then again A, M-A-R-M. M stand for your median nerve, and lastly U stand for your ulnar nerve. So this is roughly the structure of brachial plexus. And now my role is, if I am getting these idea perfectly with some examples and easy mode, I can put all the things without study, even without taking the bodhiration, I can put the things. And now the things which are to be remembered, those are the things which are the small branches from different parts of the brachial plexus. So with this story we can draw the figure, then we can understand what exactly there, and we can put each. About the small branches and the major branches of the brachial plexus, we will deal in the next video. It will take 3 or 4 videos to complete all the nerves, including the plexus.